topics. I'm Stacy West, and I have two special guests this month. Phil Stein, who is our sales manager at First American Title, and Dan Menino, who is the newly elected ALTA president and also an agent for First American Title, president of H.B. Wilkinson. We're in Galena, and I'm going to turn it over to these guys, and they're going to talk about the benefits of ALTA and ILTA. Thanks.
Well, thanks, Stacy. Again, as Stacy mentioned, joining us today is Dan Menino, the current ALTA president, who gets to follow in the footsteps of John Hollenbeck, who was the past president of ALTA. During John's tenure, he got to bring in and deal with for an entire year the know before you owe, which as most of us refer to it as TRID. But now, Dan, now that you're in control, what are your goals for this year?
Well, thank you, Phil. We have a list of strategic priorities that we've established at ALTA to focus our efforts for the upcoming year. And this is something that we did start last year as well. And it helps to focus our attention on what we need to be paying attention to in our efforts. And basically that we have 7 strategic priorities. The first is best practices, making sure that our members are implementing best practices, understanding them, and going through the process, which helps run a much better business. The second one is communicating with home buyers. That's the Home Buyer Outreach Program, a consumer-focused program, although that is growing and it will continue to grow so that we can also communicate with legislators and regulators in language that they can understand. Third is core industry values. That is essentially we want to promote professional activities in running our businesses. Information security is the next one. That's certainly a rapidly growing problem that we all face in terms of cybersecurity. I was able to establish a cyber information security committee at ALTA, so that will, I think, be a valuable thing to all members and all companies. Talent focus and business basics. This is the idea of bringing in the next generation of title professionals, attracting young people into our industry, and also then bringing up the next generation of folks to be leaders within our state and national trade associations. And the last one is TRID. TRID is still there. I think we've done a very good job of implementing TRID as an industry, but there's still more to be done, and we want to make sure that we're focused on that well.
Well, you're addressing First American agents today, and why don't you tell them what the benefits are to becoming a member of ALTA and the ILTA?
Certainly. I think there are many benefits that any title agency can have from ILTA and ALTA membership. Certainly there are the connections that you make from with your peers. The education component of it is very important. There's a lot of information that we receive, both from the state and from the federal associations, and it's very valuable. You can stay up to date on what's going on, the issues that are happening. We also have our advocacy component of it. Both at ILTA and ALTA, we've had successful lobby days for several years. I'm very happy to say that the ILTA lobby day has been quite successful the last several years. And the ALTA model also works very, very well. We've reached a point, I think, both in Illinois and nationally, where legislators know who we are. They understand what we do. So the short period of time that we have to visit with them, we can talk about substance, and we can talk about the things that we need to be focused on and make sure that they're focused on. And we can be a resource to them as well, which is valuable. And then the contacts that we make throughout the industry are very valuable in that I now know people literally across the country in the industry. When I have a customer that calls and says, I have a transaction for a client that's in Alabama, I know somebody there, and I can tell them I have somebody that I believe will help you and take care of you very well. And I've also received business from other members across the country. So I think there's value in both directions there, and it's both associations are valuable, and membership is very important.
Well, now the agents of First American know that they have a friend up in the northwest quadrant of the state. So if you're ever up in the Galena or any of the surrounding Joe Davies County, come up and visit with Dan.
Yes, please do.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.